Hi, I'm Dr. Keith Ablow with another Pain to Power video. I want to talk a little bit about why it's so important to go backwards a little bit to look at your life story. I talk about this a lot, and sometimes I get pushback from people who say, I don't know that I want to necessarily make excuses for why I'm not succeeding more or why my relationships aren't exactly what I want them to be. Uh, I don't want to feel as though I'm, dredging things up from the past to give myself a break or a free ride. I've made mistakes in my life or I've had losses and they're mine. Well, sure, right. That's wonderful because I applaud taking personal responsibility. But you know what? For me, part of taking personal responsibility is, in fact, going back to say, I'm not looking for excuses. I'm looking to explain things. I want to know why these things happened so that I don't repeat the same pattern. And very often, it takes some digging because we tend to not want to look at painful things. That's why people say, I don't want to go back, right? We tend to not want to look at painful things. And so, we live in denial of them. But what a waste, because it's not hard. A few questions that you answer for yourself, some introspection, and you can really uncover what I call your buried treasure. And your buried treasure is simply this: they're the insights that come from looking at the things you haven't looked at yet in your life. Chapters 1 through 11, if your life story's 35 chapters, you got to go back, open up the pages, look at it, and say, wait a second, what negative patterns were set in motion? What have I left behind that could be an incredible gift for me? Maybe their talents, maybe their dreams, whatever they are. We're so afraid to look back, and yet back there is some buried treasure to dig up. It doesn't have to be that it's back when you're 5, by the way. It might be back a year ago when you scuttled a business idea, and maybe you want to resurrect it because it might be that you left off too soon with that idea. In any case, that's the pain to power idea. It's basically saying, look, very human. We don't want to experience pain, so we tend to avoid things. We tend to live in denial. But becoming empowered, becoming the people we were meant to be from all time, that does require going back to get some gifts and then play them forward. And that's my hope for you because, as I always say in these videos, your story matters. We got to get it right. And it's not that hard. So I wish you well.